Hi and welcome back to my channel. This routine is one of my favorites. It is a full body strength training routine using a pair of light weights. I'm just using 3 pounds today, or about 1.5 kg. So think long, lean muscles, toning, a little bit barre inspired, but no dancing experience required or a barre whatsoever. So we're gonna have combinations. We're gonna do one exercise for the upper body, one exercise for the lower body, and then put those combinations together. Or you could always repeat just the upper body or the lower body. As always, we're gonna make sure our muscles are nice and warm, so we start with a warm up. So grab your weights, grab some water if you need to. The first half of this workout is standing, second half is on the floor, where we will finish with our chest, triceps, abdominals, and stretching. So that's what you can expect. And getting started with our warm-up. Feet are underneath the hips, toes facing forward. Roll the shoulders back, setting our posture. We take a big inhale, arms come up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Hold this last one, arms up. Drop the left arm, big side stretch here. Again, inhale, both arms are up. Release the one side and stretch over. Each time we stretch to the side, try to go a little bit lower. We're just going to do one more to each side. And let's put our fingertips on our shoulders, slight bend in the knees, and then think of a little pelvic tuck here to engage that core. Starting with shoulder rolls, taking the elbows nice and wide. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse. For 3, 2, and 1. I want you to squeeze those elbows together and then open them out, stretching the chest. Squeeze together and open. Now try to keep your shoulders dropped down here. Think of a long neck. And close and open. One more. Hold the elbows out to the side, twisting that torso. Come back to center and twist. So think about really reaching the elbow to the back of your room. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more each side. Relax the arms down. I want you to come with a high knee here, or what we would call a passe, so that foot is reaching towards the knee. Legs are facing forward, straight arms, palms facing the back, and I want you to reach and push back at the same time. So it's just like a little march, but we're bringing the foot as close to the knee as we can get. Shoulders down and back, elbows straight, reach and push, opening up that chest. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on the hips, and we're going to lift the knee, this time turning the leg out, rotating externally from the hip. And then elbows are going to tuck in tight, flip the palms to the ceiling so the forearms are parallel to the floor. And as the foot comes up, let's take the arms out to the side. Getting a little bit more warmth and movement in the shoulders. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing to a hamstring curl. So bringing that heel towards the bottom. Legs are a little bit wider. Arms out to the side, and then rotate from that shoulder, flipping the palms up and down. Really reach those palms. Let's go. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Bring the feet really wide, toes to the corners. We're going to drop, knees coming out to the side, come back up, drop, arms to the side. Knees are tracking in line with those toes. Hold here, lunge to the right, come back to center, and bend. Lunge left. Just a little lunge here. Finishing, waking up that lower body. One more each side. Excellent job. Okay, let's get into our first strength move. Grab your set of weights. You could always use water bottles or soup cans too. Again, keeping it light. And first we are going to push those weights together. So I really want you to think about activating your chest here. So push the weights together. Bring them front, open up the right, back to center, back to the chest. Push them forward, open the left, back to center. So we are just keeping this pattern here. When those weights are together, remember to push them together, working the chest. And push out, open, and close. Slight bend in your knees. You don't have to follow me. You can go at your own pace. One more each side. And center. Taking the feet really wide here, but this time toes are in the face forward. Holding the weights at the chest, we send our hips to the back of the room, putting the weight into that heel, and come on back up. Other side. And push. Down. Push up. Nice flat back here, so try not to round the back. Proud chest. Weight in the heel protects our knees. It's a great one for the inner thighs as well. We have one more each side, and then we put them together. Here we go. Pushing the weights together, take them out in front of the chest, bring them back in. As we bend down, come back to center and push out. Open left, close to the chest as we lean and open. I like to think of my workouts as being cognitive, working the brain as well. Working all areas of the body when we put these moves together as combination or compound movements. One more each side. And back in. Excellent job. Bringing the feet back underneath those hips. Bend the elbows at a 90-degree angle. And let's take them out to the side and back in. So just lifting to shoulder height. Here's the side view. Working those shoulders. Tall neck. Core engaged. I'm going to keep everything working here. Shoulders down and back. We have 4 more like this. Last one. Holding the weights at our chest. Movement for the bottom is a squat, and then I want you to come up and shift your weight to your right leg, and then we do a right leg lift. Coming back down to the squat. As we come up, we shift our weight again. Side leg left. So it's a nice fluid movement here. Also working on our balance. As you squat, the weight goes into the heels. Hips come back, proud chest. And then we're working on that balance by shifting that weight as we come up. Try to keep it slow and controlled. I know it's harder that way. One more each side. All right, shake it out if you need to, because now we're going to add in our bent arm fly, same time as the leg lift. So here we go. We squat down, shift the weight, elbows and leg up. Again, you do what works for you. Maybe you just want to do the arms. Maybe you just want to do the legs. Totally okay. You could also have the option of holding onto a chair here as well for balance. One more each side. Excellent. Coming into our next block, hinging forward at the hips, feet underneath our hips as well. Arms are down, palms are in. Straight spine, neck is in line with that spine. We squeeze the back muscles, arms come out to the side. And a fly for the back. Our core is engaged, and your gaze is just a few feet in front of you. Think about really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Maybe give a little pause on top. So important to work the back sides of our body. It's also another great one for posture. Let's go 3, 2, last one, and come on up. Shake it out. Move for the second half or lower half of the body is going to be a curtsy lunge. So we come down, cross that foot behind you, dropping the back knee towards the floor, a little or a lot. You do you. Other side. So we're gonna again lean slightly, hinging from the hips. But most importantly, I want you to think about most of that weight is being in the front foot here. Doesn't matter how far down you go. Right now, weights are just at our side before we add in the upper body fly. One more. Nice job keeping that same curtsy. Right leg comes behind. We curtsy down. Give me a fly. Come back up. Cross. Fly. And up. Your navel is pulled in and your back is straight. So no rounding of the spine. So good, guys. Not an easy one, but we only have one more standing before we hit the floor. One more set of exercises. Two more. Stay with me, even if they're smaller. Nice job. Feet coming back underneath those hips. We're going to do a bicep curl, palms facing up, lower down, and then we swoop out to the side. So just alternating front and side. Still slow and controlled here, so try not to use momentum. And biceps can usually handle a little bit more weight, so no matter what size weight you're using, I want you to use your own resistance and really put your mind where the muscle is. Think about the front of the arm, that bicep muscle. Squeeze and squeeze. One more set. Okay, lower half, we're coming back to that wide position. Toes are to the corners. And this time there is no hinge from the hips. So the back is nice and straight. We're gonna come down holding the weight at our chest into a plie squat here and push up. Again, think about weight being in the heels and knees in line with the toes. So if you need to bring your toes a little more front, then do that. Whatever is best for your knees. Tuck your hips under slightly. Again, protecting the lower back. And we're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out if you need to. We're going into that combination, bicep curl front, bicep curl side, as we drop our hips. Here we go. Beautiful, straight or neutral spine here. Shoulders down. As you press up, think about growing another inch. Even though we're using light weights, this is so great for long, lean muscles and really toning. And endurance as well. We're doing more reps here. Using lighter weights, both are really important. A lot of questions from you guys about strength training. You do want it at least twice a week, 2 to 3 times. I like to do 2 times with heavier weights and at least 1 time with lighter weights, working on endurance. Last one. Excellent job. Okay, put your weights down, grab some water. Second half of this workout, meet me on the mat. Okay, on our mat, we're gonna get started working our chest. So we are gonna come all the way down on our backs, have one weight to either side of you. Come down nice and slow, in a way that's comfortable for you. Our feet are going to be on the mat, hip width apart, bend the knees, and then a little pelvic tuck here so the lower back is pressed into the floor. We're keeping that activated the whole time. Grabbing our weights all the way out to the side with our palms facing the ceiling, squeezing the chest, bringing the weights together, and then we open back up. So you have a slight bend in your elbows. Working on the chest fly here. Keeping the chest level the whole time. So you'll not only be feeling it in your chest, but also in the fronts of your shoulder, a little bit in your biceps too. Let's go. 3, squeeze, 2, last one. Okay, move for the lower body is going to be a glute bridge. So walk those feet a little bit closer so your heels are closer to your bum. Option to use your weights as extra resistance on top of your hip bones here. Pressing through the feet, we lift the hips off the floor, squeezing your bottom and relaxing back down. I want to make sure that you relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Legs and glutes are doing all the work here. We lift, squeeze, and lower. Again, weights optional, just resting on top of those hips. You can inhale on the way down, exhale as you push up. 2 more like this. Squeeze and release. Okay, putting those 2 together, arms start out wide. As we lift the hips, we also bring the hands together and lower everything back down. So just like when we were standing, option here to just do one or the other until you get stronger, or you can do both, or maybe you're just doing a few reps. Make this work for you. And squeeze. Release. Remember to relax the head and the neck and the shoulders. Three, 2, and 1. Release everything down. All right, elbows are going to stay nice and close to our sides. And again, pushing those weights together, we bring them up and then bring them back down to close to your belly button. So simply lifting them up and down. You're going to feel this one in your triceps and in your chest again. Remember to push the lower back into the floor, relaxing the head and the neck. So in this combination, we have 2 upper body moves. Then next we have 2 lower body moves. Then we go to our abs, stretching, and done. So that's what you have to look forward to here. Keep those elbows close as you lower them down. Push 3, 2, and hold them up on this last one. Coming into a skull crusher, you're going to keep the weights pressed together. Simply bend your elbows so the weights are coming towards your forehead and reach them back up. We come down and push up. So the only thing that's moving is that elbow joint. You should really feel this fire up the back of the arms here. Continue to push your weights together. Last 2. Last one. Let's put those together. We drop the elbows, weights come down towards the navel. We push back up. 1 skull crusher, lift back up. So we go down, press up, release back, and lift. Keep going here at your own pace. You're remembering to breathe. Keep pushing the weights together. We're almost there. I know the arms are on fire. Last one, give me 1 more. And release down. Okay, we're gonna roll onto our side here. You only need 1 weight, and it's optional. We're gonna come up onto our elbows, making sure the elbow is lined up underneath the shoulder. Knees are bent, about a 45-degree angle. Feet are stacked on top of each other. The optional weight, we're gonna hold it here, resting on top of the thigh, and then making sure our chest is lifted. We're gonna clamshell, lifting the knee up and back down. And then make sure your hips are also stacked one on top of each other. So we don't want to roll back at all. Both of these exercises are great for our glutes. And stay lifted tall here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding that weight again. We are going to hinge slightly forward as we extend our top leg back and out. So we're rolling onto the hip a little bit and then coming back up. So reach back, come back up. Really extend that leg. You should feel it fire up on the side of the glute there. And we're still lifted tall. Our core is still engaged. You got it. Last 2. Last 1. You know the drill. We got to put it together. So here we go. 1 clamshell. 1 reach back. Again, it's just a slight movement in that torso, leaning forward to allow the leg to extend back. It's getting warm, I know. You can drop the weight if you need to, but we only have 3 more, so try to stay with me. Last one. Nice job. Before we flip to the other side, we're going to take this position into our quad stretch. So grabbing your foot, your sock, your pants, whatever you can, knees facing the side, bring the heel towards the bum and lifting it slightly back so we feel a stretch in the hip flexor and the front of the thigh. Big deep breath in and exhale out. Excellent. Let's switch to the other side. Bringing your 1 optional weight. Elbow lined up underneath the shoulder. Knees bent, 45-degree angle. Stack those hips. Here we go. Lifting that top leg. Try to stay lifted. Helps if you think about pushing your elbow into the mat. Belly button in. 4 more like this. Last one. All right, we lift that leg, extend it to the back corner, and bring it back. We're trying to tap or poke something with our toe back behind us. Really squeeze your butt here as you extend the leg back. It's like you're trying to make it longer. 2 and 1 directly into our combination. 1 clamshell, 1 back extension. Might be feeling this in that core too. If you're holding it tight, I hope you are. But I have some fun new core moves planned for you last here. Last 2. Last one. Beautiful job. You do not need your weights for our core work, so you can put those aside. Okay, coming back onto our backs. Hands are at our sides. Tuck the pelvis. I want you to extend 1 leg and then come up onto your toe on the other leg with the knee bent. Hands are behind the head, supporting. keeping our head on the ground, and again pressing that lower back as always into the floor. We're simply going to bring that knee in towards the chest and then tap that toe 3 times. One more. Just tap that toe, stay on the toe, and then crunch up as we lift the lower leg 3 times. Just lifting that leg a foot or 2 off the floor. Let's do that again. Knee comes in 3 times. Tight core here, using the abs to draw the knee in. Tricky part is staying on that toe. Lift the leg for 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Knee in. 2, 3. Lift the leg with the crunch. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Let's switch. Extend the leg and bend the knee coming up onto that toe. Relax head, neck, and shoulders. Lower back into the floor. Pull the knee in for 3, 2. Tap the toe. 1. Toe on the ground. Lift the leg for 3, 2, and 1. You got it. Knee in. 3, 2, 1. We crunch and lift. 3, 2. Elbows stay wide. One more time. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the leg. 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Relax just a bit. And our last move for the core. Okay, coming in into a tabletop position. So knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. Again, core engaged, pressing that lower back so there's no space into the mat. And this time our hands are going to be underneath our tailbone, or where it's comfortable for you, to protect the lower back and keep it pressed into the floor. Keeping the leg at tabletop, we're going to bend, reach the top leg, and come all the way down. Develop it up, and slowly release down. It never touches the floor. So think of like pedaling a bike. And your leg doesn't have to come as high, the hamstring's not as flexible. But we are really working all sides of the core here. With the other leg in tabletop, it's working nice symmetric hold, makes it more difficult. We're really working those lower abs. With that said, if this is too much, go ahead and drop that foot to the floor. Last one. Bring it back to tabletop, and then we're just going to switch legs here, extending out, back to tabletop. Inhale, exhale. Few more. Hold here. Let's switch legs. It comes up, we drop it down, bicycle, and up, drop it down. Make sure you're breathing here. Again, option to drop the bent knee, putting the foot back on the mat. Last 3. Core tight, you can do this. And last one, and down. Hug both knees in, release the hands. Relaxing that lower back, little rock and roll around. Maybe turn your head side to side to release any tension in your neck. Drop the toes back down to the ground And one leg comes up. Do some ankle circles. Reverse. And then gently pull that leg towards you. We point and flex. And point. Flex one more time. Point and flex. Bending the knee, turning it out, crossing over the other thigh. Let's pick up the other leg, coming into a figure 4 position. Take a few deep breaths here. Uncross, other leg comes up. Start with those ankle circles. And reverse. Leg comes towards you, and we point and flex. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Keep that foot flexed, crossing over the other thigh, reaching through, picking up your foot, and gently hug those knees in. Deep breath in and out. Release the legs down. Roll onto your side so we can stretch our other side of the quad. You thought I forgot. So bringing the knee closer in here, knee to the side, heel to the bum. And release it. Help yourself up to a seated position. And let's come to a butterfly stretch. So soles of the feet together, knees coming out to the side, just where they naturally fall. If this is hard on your hips, feel free to sit on a pillow. That usually will help. Sitting up tall, inhale. Exhale, proud chest, straight back, leaning slightly forward here. And you're going to feel this wherever you need to. You might feel this in your inner thighs, in your hips, in your back. And come on back up. Inhale. Exhale, this time go ahead and round that back. So coming down a little bit deeper. And lift your chest. You can stay in this position or come crisscross if that's more comfortable for you. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, let's twist around. Lift tall through the crown of your head. And come back to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over. Maybe push against that thigh a little bit to help you twist around. And again, grow tall. And we come back to center. Release those legs, maybe shake it out. I'm going to turn to the side. Let's do a forward fold. Knees can be straight or bent here if that's more comfortable for you. Inhale, arms come up, and exhale over, reaching towards those toes. Inhale. Exhale, maybe go a little bit further. One more big inhale. Exhale. Nice work. Shake it out. Coming to a crisscross, again, if that's comfortable for you. Arms out to the side. And pull the right arm in. And gently let's take our ear towards our shoulder. Right arm comes up. And then fingertips reach down the back elbow to the ceiling. And let's assist that elbow with the other hand for a tricep stretch. Release both down to the side, crossing the left arm in front of the chest. Arm comes back out and up. Bend, fingers reaching back down. Assist with the other arm here. Continue to sit nice and tall. Elongating your spine. Exhale back down. One final big inhale. exhale. Let's round, bringing the arms together, round the back, tuck the tummy, lace the fingertips. If it's comfortable for you, go ahead and flip. Stretching out that back, elbows flies. And inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful work. I hope you love this workout as much as I do. Dancer inspired. Let me know in the comments as always. And thanks for working out with me. We'll see you next time.